We found over 500 restaurants that accept EBT across the United States. If you're eligible for this program, you may be able to buy hot meals from McDonald's, Subway, and even Domino's with your food stamps card. How crazy is that? There are 3 quick things we need to address before we dive into the details about who is eligible and how this works. First, we're talking about food benefits, not cash benefits. This video is specifically about how you can buy restaurant meals with the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP or food stamps. Second, you won't get any extra money if you purchase restaurant meals. It's usually cheaper and smarter to purchase groceries and make your own food at home. But low-income relief is a judgment-free zone, and I'm not going to tell you how to spend your benefits. Just know that you won't be getting anything extra if you choose to buy restaurant meals, so you will need to budget accordingly. Third, there are a lot of rules about these programs. If you watch this video and come away thinking that you can drive up to any old McDonald's anywhere in the US and purchase food with your food stamps card, then you probably did not listen closely enough. This only works at specific locations and specific areas, as I will explain later in this video. All right, now that we've covered those basics, let's talk about how all this works. If you get food stamps, then you've probably been told over and over and over again that you cannot buy hot food with those benefits. Food benefits are intended to be used to help you buy nutritious food that you can cook at home. But what if you can't cook at home? That's why the 1977 Food Stamps Act authorized the states to implement what is now called the Restaurant Meals Program. This program specifically allows certain eligible people to purchase hot, ready-to-eat food from participating restaurants. But in order to be eligible, you must be unable to prepare your own food at home because you are either homeless, elderly, or disabled. Now, I know that sounds straightforward, but there are some interesting loopholes there. For example, homeless can mean a lot of things. It can mean living on the streets or living in a shelter or in another place not suitable for living. In many cases, you may be considered homeless if you're couch surfing, living with friends and family members. So it's not actually straightforward at all. I wish that was as complicated as it gets, but it's not. This program is actually kind of a mess. Now, the federal government didn't want to force states to authorize this program, so they gave every state the ability to choose for themselves whether or not they would offer it to their residents. That means that the program is only available in states that have decided to allow it. But even in the states that have decided to allow it, you can't just buy food from any restaurant. Each individual restaurant location has to apply with the government, get approval, and be set up to process EBT transactions before you can buy restaurant meals with your food stamps card there. That's probably the most complicated part of this entire thing. It's not like McDonald's can apply and have all of their locations everywhere process EBT payments. Each individual location has to apply and get approval. You may be able to use your EBT benefits at one location, but not the one down the street. There may be 10 Subways in one city, and only 3 of them will take EBT. That makes it very confusing. You have to be very careful about what location you visit, which is why we have a list of every address for every restaurant that can accept these benefits at lowincomerelief.com/RMP list. Now, if you are an eligible person living in an eligible area, then you may be able to use your food stamps benefits to buy fast food from these restaurants: Burger King, Carl's Jr., Dairy Queen, Del Taco, Denny's, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Domino's Pizza, El Pollo Loco, Firehouse Subs, Jack in the Box, KFC, Little Caesars Pizza, McDonald's, Panda Express, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Popeyes, Subway, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Wingstop, and more. Now, I've only listed the big nationwide chains here because this video goes out to all of you across the United States. But there are hundreds of smaller locations, restaurants, and food trucks that can take these payments, from Angie's Lobster to Yoshinoya Beef Bowl. So, how can you buy restaurant meals with EBT? First, you need to make sure that you're eligible for the Restaurant Meals Program. In some areas, you only have to have one member of your household who is unable to cook their meals at home because they are elderly, disabled, or homeless. In other areas, all members of the household must meet that criteria or be married to someone who meets that criteria. Second, you need to make sure that you live in a state that has authorized the Restaurant Meals Program. As of January 2023, we found evidence that the RMP has been authorized in 12 states: Arizona, California, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New York, Rhode Island, and Virginia. Wait, don't leave yet. If your state isn't listed, jump over to lowincomerelief.com/RMP to find out how you can bring this program to your state. Now, if you do live in one of those states that we listed, you need to remember that not all of them have an operational program yet. Most of these states started their programs in 2020 or after, and it can take a long time to set up these programs. They have to coordinate with the USDA and then process applications from restaurants who want to participate. And it's a whole big process. It takes a long time to set these programs up. It can even take years. As of the time of this recording, the program is fully operational in Arizona, California, and Michigan. The program is limited but functional in Illinois, Maryland, and Rhode Island. And the program is still in development in Massachusetts, New York, and Virginia. We have not been able to discern the status of the programs in Hawaii, Nevada, and Virginia yet, but we have reached out to those state governments for details. Third, if you live in a participating area and you are eligible, check with your caseworker to confirm that you've been opted in for the Restaurant Meals Program and that your card has been enabled to use at restaurants. Once you receive that confirmation, you should be able to go and purchase those restaurant meals with your food stamps card. The caseworker should be able to give you any additional information that you'll need, and you will always be able to find an up-to-date list of participating states and restaurants at lowincomerelief.com/RMP list. Oh, and don't forget that no matter where you live, you can always use your food stamps to purchase take and bake pizzas from Papa Murphy's. They accept food stamps at all of their 1,150 plus locations around the United States. Don't forget to check out our other video on how you can get cash back from food stamps. I'll see you there.